Well, autism affects 1 in 94 children. And that doesn't mean that everybody with autism is diagnosed, because it's such a wide spectrum and people have so many misconceptions about what it is, like I did, that not everybody on the spectrum is diagnosed. But we have a very large population in our city because we have some very informed and connected parents, and they're helping each other. So we happen to be a center of autism in terms of statistics. We have more autism in Santa Clarita than other places in the state or the country for a couple reasons. One is that it's an educated community, and the other is that we have good services and we're kind of a magnet. So we said, what if we wrote a book that answered those 1,000 questions and saved everybody doing all that research and all that time looking for answers? What if we take the information we found and put it in one place, and that would be our book. So we wrote Autism Spectrum Disorders from A to Z, thinking it was quite comprehensive in the what to know part. But when I was first starting out, I met a man who went to the book stall at a conference and said to the book vendor, "Do you have any books in Spanish about autism?" And the bookseller said no. And in front of all of us, the man just burst into tears and he started to cry. And he said, "Well, then how is my wife going to help our child? She doesn't speak English. She'll never learn what she needs to know to help him." So in that moment, when I was just a beginner, I said, someday I'll do something to help the Latino community. So the year after our book came out in English, I spent 660 hours translating it myself into Spanish. And that book won the Latino Book Award for Health and the Autism Society of America Outstanding Literary Work of the Year, because I was very concerned about one particular issue in the education of people with autism, which is the problems understanding what they read. And that's when I wrote Drawing a Blank, and it was inspired by my son's story. Now I speak at conferences and help others understand why people with autism don't have difficulty understanding what they read and what to do about it. I'm very humbled to be chosen as an honoree for Empowering Hearts, and it was very wonderful that my son Tom was the person who nominated me. He did say that I've made a big contribution to the autism community, and there's two ways to react when something difficult happens in your life, and one is to close up and run, and the other is kind of to fight back and decide that you're going to do something about it.